think when you were working there?
That it was a brothel. It is all just it's all a brothel between all the employees sleeping with each other and sleeping with the inmates that come in. And a lot of them, they are repeat offenders. A lot of them are permanent stayers. It's nasty. It's sickening.
Did you ever see anyone having sex?
I never seen anybody having sex, but I had heard stories. One of the female guards specifically was telling me that one of the places she takes male inmates was the storage room, which used to be a stairwell in front of the medication room.
Oh
It's
my
literally
God.
directly across. You can't get in there without a key, and that's where they take them. A lot of times they get took up into the courthouse, especially after hours late at night. Nobody's at work, nobody's up there, so it's all empty. It's all empty space.
How common was that?
More common than you would want to believe in the court system. Even down to some of my daily supervisors. There'd be girls sign themselves out and take them on home. It was sick.
The supervisors would take the inmates home for the night?
Yes, when there's policy, once an inmate leaves that jail space, you're not supposed to be in contact with them for 6 months.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's one of those things. Oh, you're taking them, and then the girls go back and tell them the stories. Oh, I slept with this person when he took me home. You know, it's sick.
What would the inmates get in return for having sex with, the leadership?
For inmates, the smallest things. Unless you're going with one of the overheads. If they're sleeping with the guard, it's mostly for things like cigarettes, time out of the cell, pops, commissary, things like that.
Oh, wow.
What did you think when the sheriff shot the judge?
A lot of the corruption was going to come out. I knew that that was going to be the beginning to set everything aside to make people come in and people's voices finally be heard. Because even I believe that the sheriff, he either knew something or something was going on that he knew about that we all might not know about, that he was doing something to protect us.
Did you know, inmates were having sex with?
Wow. Okay, so she believes the action of the sheriff was to protect the town. Okay.
The judge?
Yes, pretty much that's kind of the thing that everybody in the county knows, but it was confirmed to me after working in the jail, especially after being invited to a party myself.
What happened?
I said no thank you, I declined, and kind of just went back on to what I was doing. It was just one of those things of, was I just asked that? Like, did that just really...
To a sex party?
Yes.
Who asked you?
It was Mr. Mullins himself. My ex-coworkers, they've come out and even asked me now not to mention it. They've even, them participating in the parties themselves, I had another one ask me to go to another one of Mullins' get-togethers. And I declined it again because it's one of those things. I was raised better than that. You know what I mean? If you know, you know in the county. Everybody knows. They might not speak on it. They might not want to be involved in it because of the fear of retaliation, because there's so many people that has come out and spoke out about what Judge Mullins has done. Even if we're afraid to speak up on it, we need to, because is this what we want for our next generation? Is that what we want for our kids? What we're going through, what our past people have gone through, do we want that for them?
Wow.
No, I don't want that for my daughter. I don't want that for my son. I want better for them. I want an actual community that's not based on if you got money and know people and if you're willing to get on your knees or on your back.
Oh, wow.
It's sickening.
Well, it didn't take long before whispers of a scandal began to surface. Allegations of trafficking, abuse of inmates, and corruption at the very highest levels of the county's law enforcement. This isn't just a personal dispute. It looks more and more like the murder was tied to a system corruption that was going on for years. The judge was having inappropriate relations with inmates. Take a listen to one of the victims of the judge.
A longtime Kentucky judge was shot to death last September in his own chambers. It was hard to believe that the gunman was the sheriff of that very county. I still can't believe it when I say it. The sheriff, the acting sheriff, shot the acting judge. That's the sheriff right there. That's his mugshot. Sheriff, his name is Sean Mickey Steins. He shot the judge, who's named Kevin Mullins. And there's really no denying the sheriff did it because it was captured on video surveillance right in the judge's chambers. You see the sheriff hold up the gun, and obviously we don't play the whole thing, but it's all on camera. And there is a possible twisted sex trafficking scandal in the small Kentucky town involving high-level law enforcement demanding sex from inmates. So when we first saw this happen, we all wondered, what could have been going on behind the scenes? Why would the sheriff kill the judge? Well, it's all unraveling now. You've heard audio interviews from victims here on the show in the past. They revealed a glimpse into just how dirty and corrupt this county may be. And tonight, you are about to hear from a former inmate and alleged victim of the judge, Judge Mullins, a woman, her name is Taya Adams, who goes into explicit details but what she says the judge would offer her in exchange for sex. I was in Kentucky, again, just sort of determined to figure out what was going on here to cause this. We went to the town in Kentucky. We met with the women. This first one, her name is Taya. She says that she had sex with the judge to get out of trouble, and it happened again and again and again and again. Listen to what she said. What was your first interaction with the judge?
I knew him before because my sister worked for the Commonwealth Attorney for a really long time. Like, I grew up in his office and stuff. So whenever he got elected to be Commonwealth Attorney, and we moved over into City Hall, and then Kevin was the Assistant Commonwealth Attorney, and his office was like across the road from it. And I was kind of like informal intern in there, like learning office management and stuff. And I went over to his office to learn how to take a deposition. And that was the first interaction that I had with him as far as the sex and stuff goes.
What happened?
I gave him oral with my shirt pulled down, and whenever we were done, he threw money in my face, told me to clean myself up, and reminded me that I knew better than to tell my sister.
And what was his job at that time?
Assistant Commonwealth Attorney. And then after that point, that's when he started introducing me to his friends, the other lawyers, and we would do sex parties and perform shows and have sex with them for money.
Oh my
things
goodness.
like that.
Where were the parties?
Various places. There are different cabins. There's an apartment down like toward Thornton that they would use that's got like mirrored ceilings and a bidet and a sex swing and all the things. Yeah.
Did you feel like you could say no?
No. No. No, and they would make sure to make you feel as small and degraded and belittled as possible to take your power away, you know?
What sort of things would they do?
But also, like, I have to say, like, we were having fun, too. You know, like, we were doing drugs, we was doing coke, doing a lot of cocaine, partying, you know? Like, it wasn't like they were just, like, they weren't raping, like, physically, like, you know, what people think about when they hear the word rape. It was consensual, but it was the thing that we were so young, and then they used.
This is really sad for her to think it was consensual. This is part of being assaulted. For you to do something against your will because you don't want to get in trouble. This is really sad that she thinks that she's not a victim, and she is.
Against us and to destroy our lives later.
How so?
With the legal system. And CPS. Systematically removing your whole life, piece by piece.
Did they ever tell you that you couldn't say anything?
Yeah. I mean, that was just a given, you know? And like, who would believe it anyway, because the whole town's doing it, you know? Nobody cares. They're all swingers. It's all a big party to them. It was just like so normal.
Did you ever have sex with him after he became judge?
Yeah.
When he was the judge?
Yes. I've had sex with him in the chambers. I've had sex with him upstairs.
You had sex in the chambers?
Yes.
How did that
It was not the room that's on film. that's on that where that camera is, where the murder and stuff happened. That's not the room that was always the chambers. I don't know, like I think it might be behind that where it was, but there was like a different desk and everything in there. That's
This case should be a wake-up call. It shows us what happens when accountability breaks down, when communities stop holding leaders responsible, and when corruption is allowed to thrive unchecked. The truth is finally unraveling now, but at a terrible cost. The question is, how many other towns across America have their own secrets buried under layers of power and silence? So, family, let's get the discussion going. Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about the issue. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to receive immediate updates on the next video. Remember, remain curious and stay bold. Have a good evening, and I'll see you in the next video.